She was covered in leather and gold, 21 years old. I lost her in the cold. It's unfair, she's out there somewhere, somewhere in Brooklyn. She's somewhere in Brooklyn. Little Miss Perfect sitting at the train stop, red Nike high tops, listening to hip hop. While we were waiting, started conversating. Before I got a name, along came a train. Next stop, Brooklyn. Now I'm looking, she was covered in leather and gold, 21 years old. I lost her in the cold. It's unfair, she's out there somewhere in Brooklyn. She's somewhere in Brooklyn. On the street, kicking rocks, circling the same block. Greenpoint or Flatbush, checking every corner shop, tapping people's shoulders, asking if they know her.
Each day, I need you more.
Say
I need you more.
what's the puppy's name?
Gotcha! Puppy.
Gotcha.
There's no other place, Lord, I'd rather be, but in your presence, worshiping. Earthly deeds don't mean a deed, but to worship your majesty. That's why I live to worship your holy name. To worship you, I live. To worship you, I live. I live to worship you. To worship you, I live. To worship
stayed and changed everything. No more 818 for the part-time lover. What goes around comes back around, and then you get what you deserve, you part-time lover. See, some days you will love me, then you don't.